Yeah, good morning, sports lovers from around the world. This is your boy Afolabi Olaya here on the Diaspora Digital Media to present to you Sports Central. And I'm here with me, my eloquent and unrepentant Arsenal fan, Mr. Ibrahim. Mr. Ibrahim, good morning.
Good morning, and thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you very much for coming. And today we'll be discussing a lot of matches that went down yesterday in the Europa League and the Europa Conference League, as well as matches that will be coming up this weekend. Today, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in the English Premier League, but German Bundesliga, Italian Serie A, and even the Spanish La Liga. So let's get to it this morning. In the Europa League that was played yesterday, Thursday, it was Hoffenheim 0, FC Basel 0. Ludogorets and AZ Alkmaar played out a 2-2 draw. Malmo FF and Galatasaray actually played a 2-2 draw also. Olympiacos versus FC 20 played a 0-0 draw. It's like it's becoming a draw soup kind of.
Yeah, sure.
All the sides today, yesterday. Or later, FC PAOK versus Ferencváros. FC PAOK defeated Ferencváros by 5-0. AS Roma defeated FC Braga by 3-0. Union Gilles versus Nice. Union Gilles defeated Nice by 2-1. While Victoria Pleasant couldn't see off Manchester United, as Manchester United came back from behind to score a 2-1 to win 2-1, and they're in Czech Republic. Ajax played a 3-1, lost 3-1 to Lazio, while Bodo Glimt defeated Besiktas by 2-1. Elfsborg versus Karabakh ended in 1-0 in favor of Elfsborg, while FC Porto saw off Midtjylland FC by 2-0. Lyon versus Frankfurt ended in a 3-2 win for Lyon, while Maccabi Tel Aviv won 2-1 against RFS. Rangers versus Tottenham Hotspur ended in a 1-1 draw, while Real Sociedad and Dynamo Kiev ended in a 3-0 victory for Real Sociedad. In other match that ended that day yesterday, it was Slavia Prague 1 and Anderlecht 0. So in the Europa League, actually yesterday, we discussed a lot of these matches, and we have expectations like the Rangers versus Tottenham Hotspur. You actually predicted Tottenham Hotspur to actually edge out Rangers in their match, isn't it? So it ended all draw, and it wasn't a match Tottenham wants to.
No, I predicted Rangers to beat Tottenham.
It was a goal from what's his name? Kulusevski, that actually gave Tottenham Hotspur that one, that hope in that group stage. It was nothing to write home about yesterday for Tottenham Hotspur, most especially Timo Werner. And Postecoglou has come out to actually lash out at Timo Werner, and he said Timo Werner isn't playing in anywhere near the levels he can. It is not acceptable to me. I told him that he is a senior international. In this moment, I need everyone to be at least going out there and giving the best they can. He said this after a 1-1 draw against the Rangers in Glasgow yesterday, making that 0 wins for Tottenham in the last 5 games in all competition for the London Giants. What do you think?
It is really sad. But not surprising for me, because Tottenham Hotspur, I predicted Rangers to win, and I think Tottenham were lucky to even get a draw from that game.
Okay,
Tottenham, considering their recent form, Tottenham won only 1 game in their last six
matches,
which is quite sad. And right now they haven't won a game in last five matches, and Rangers on the other hand are unbeaten on their last 7 games.
Yes,
form
is contrasting.
It's very, very contrasting. And again, when we look at Rangers playing in front of their fans, it's one of the most hostile stadium to play.
In United Kingdom,
sure. And the rivalry between English teams and Scottish teams. I actually, Tottenham were lucky.
Actually, Postecoglou has not been able to defeat Rangers in 4 attempts.
Yeah.
This is the 4th attempt, and he has not been able to defeat them. It is what it is. Yesterday, Manchester United versus Victoria Pleasant. It ended 2-1 in favor of Manchester United. 2 goals from Oiland, Super sub yesterday, Oiland. He actually rescued that win
for Manchester United.
What do you think about that match?
It's a perfect prediction for me. I predicted 2-1 in favor of Manchester United, regardless of their current form, because Pleasant on the other hand, they are playing well. They both in their last 6 games they both had 3 wins. 3 wins, 3 draw from Pleasant. They didn't lost a single game, but Manchester United actually lost 2, draw 1, and win 3. But that's not just it. I think Manchester United need the win more than them. They are 13th and 12th in the Europa League table. So Manchester United needs to. Manchester United is Manchester United.
They always be Manchester United, right?
Amorim is a great manager. I likes him, and that's why I predicted him to have this win 2-1 against Pleasant.
Okay, thank you very much. And at the end of the week 6 of the Europa League, the table stands thus, and it is Lazio with 16 points in the first on the table, while Atletico Madrid also on 16 points. Anderlecht on 14 points at third, and Lyon 13 points at fourth on the table. Frankfurt are fifth with 13 points, while Galatasaray retained their 6th position with 12 points. Manchester United are back in the top 8 in the 7th position with 12 points, while Rangers remained 8th position with 11 points. Others in the 9th position were Tottenham Hotspur, 10th is FC Basel, and Ajax occupied the 11th position, while Real Sociedad in the 12th position. Bodo Glimt, Roma, and Olympiacos are 13th, 14th, and 15th respectively. Ferencvaros and Victoria Pleasant are 16th and 17th, while FC Porto, AZ Alkmaar, Union Gulich, and Fenerbahce occupied the 19th, 20th, and 21 and 22 in the league table. Others are Midlands and Elfsborg, while others are down the drain in the league. Also, Oiland actually is becoming this guy that we all expected him to be. He has been there. He did it at Atlanta. And they expected it's the expectation of Manchester United fans that okay, this guy can actually come good in this in our competition, and he has been, to be frank, he has been perfect so far this season. He has come up with, I think, 9 goals in 9 games, in 9 European games for Manchester United. What do you think, Oiland? Do you have any expectation from him this season?
You know, when they signed Oiland, there was generally huge expectation from the fan base of Manchester United and the rival fans. Yeah. You know what is usually putting these footballers in a very sour condition is the comparison. Manchester United fans expected him to be like their next Erling Haaland, and that's what leads to the frustration in them that he's not delivering as Erling Haaland. But they forget that Manchester United is not like Man City. Man City have a lot of creative players in the midfield. They have a compact defense and all of that. And football is an 11-game sport.
Game, yeah.
Yes, it's not about a single player. Rasmus Højlund is a great player. I liked him, and I would like to see him in the future to rescue his career. I would like to see him in Arsenal because I knew his career will be rescued.
This unrepentant Arsenal
from the theater of nightmare.
Okay, Højlund has come out and said this about Amorim. He has said he's getting better and better under Ruben Amorim. We still need more time. It's about getting our routines together, and it's getting there, but it needs practices and time. I know it sounds odd, but we don't get enough time on the training ground. He said after helping Manchester United see out a 2-1 win over Pleasant in the Europa League. He's now scored 9 goals in 9 starts and 12 total matches in the Europe this season for Manchester United since joining in 2023. And also Amad Diallo had
star boy.
That match. That star boy he now currently has 8 goals and assists in the last 8 appearances for Manchester.
You know, there is that saying. They said if you idolize Messi, you are destined for greatness. I watched his recent interview. They asked him, "Who is your idol?" And he said, "Lionel Andres Messi." And I know the boy will definitely have a great
Unlike
career.
Garnacho, right?
Unlike Garnacho, they don't kitty. It's not. There is no blame or shame in idolizing Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah.
But I have a problem with you disrespecting the God himself, the patriarch, the architect of modern football, Lionel Andres Messi, the greatest footballer to have ever set foot on the face of the earth. So Amad Diallo is doing great, and I expect him to do that. Shout out to him. But with Manchester United, he's going nowhere. Maybe he start thinking of changing path, going to great clubs that are doing great in Europe, the likes of Arsenal, Liverpool, Real Madrid, and the likes.
Would you actually take Amad Diallo at Arsenal?
The problem is he'll be on the bench. Yeah. Actually, nobody is going to bench Saka as far as this season is concerned. Saka is going to bench he's going right into any team.
Okay, that sparks a very good question from me to you. Do you think Saka is a world-class player?
100%. 110%.
Okay, how do you define your own world-class player?
A world-class player, in my definition, is a player that will play as a first choice in his position in every team, or at least be an integral part of that team. For example, there are players that are not right in the first team, but they are coming as a super sub.
Okay.
In the case, like you have, if you're playing, for example, you're unfortunate to play with the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Andres Messi. Players like Angel Di Maria were on the bench because they were unfortunate. They were playing with these kind of players. So Bukayo Saka, if he enter a team with Lionel Messi, so I will expect him to be a super sub. My definition of a world-class player, my second definition, is you consistently delivering. Consistency is what makes what makes a player become great, and Saka has been delivering year in, year out from that first year. Don't forget, he started as a defender, and actually he did actually well. Last Euro, Bukayo Saka was playing as a defender for England, playing as a winger for England, wing back for England. At a single match, he played all these three positions and delivered. That's the definition of a world-class player and a versatile player. At his age, he has more goal contribution than Cristiano Ronaldo at Saka's age.
Yeah, Saka currently has 8 Champions League goals. Why? That's in
he has 14 goal contribution
in 17 matches
in Champions League.
And Hazard had that same I think 12 goals.
He has 10 goals, just 2 goals behind Hazard, the gods of Chelsea, the best player to have ever set foot in Chelsea's team. Bukayo Saka is just 2 goals behind him in the Champions League. It speaks volume of who Saka is.
Okay, let me ask you this. You said Saka will get into anything in the world.
Yes.
Saka wouldn't bench Salah presently.
That's why they said in some certain teams, let's be factual, let's not be delusional. In a team like Liverpool, you know Saka is not going to play at that position because Salah, if considering the record,
he has been there consistently. He has been superb.
Yeah, he has been superb in that team. But Saka is actually a versatile player. Yeah. You can put Saka in the midfield, he can deliver. You can put Saka in the defense.
He has never done that. He has never done that.
You can put Saka in the defense.
We are hoping Arteta we try him out someday.
Yes, and you can also play Saka at a left wing, and he can deliver. So without a shadow of a doubt, Saka is better than Diaz. Saka is better than any option that they have at the left flank.
But it will be better to have a natural right footer to come in from.
It depends on the
Saka has not been potent with his right foot.
Yes, it depends on the patterns of the club.
Yes,
right, because some teams prefer their wingers to be more of crossing balls than scoring goals. So in that case, you need a left footer at the left wing.
That's not the case of Liverpool.
Yeah, but Saka will enter any team.
Would Saka bench Lamine Yamal?
100%. Saka is better than Lamine Yamal at the moment.
Would Saka bench Leo?
Rafael, 100%, 1,000,000%.
Will Saka bench Rodrigo of Real Madrid?
That's not even, and don't even bring it. Saka is better than Rodrigo.
Would Saka bench? Madeke. Usually
100%.
He was already sitting him down.
Yes,
national team.
Even called their star player Kopama. Saka benched him.
I don't like the comparison between Kopama and Bukayo Saka.
Yeah, but Chelsea fans have
Bukayo Saka has been there for over 5 years, 5 seasons. Carried this Arsenal team on his shoulders, and he has delivered every season. Saka has already will set a particular what's it called? A particular standard for himself.
Yes.
Every season, and he meets up whatever he has set up last season. He will meet up this season and still, overcome it.
Last season, I think last season at the space of last season, Saka had 30-something goal and assist. Yeah. This season,
he's already had.
We are not half. He's 21 goal and assist.
And now presently, I think Saka is. It's just something else, because even for someone like Arteta to come out, he said Saka himself he has just been there. He cannot just say anything about him. So in other matches that happened that played out yesterday in the Europa Conference League, we have Rijkavic versus Jugaden. It was 2-1 win for Rijkavic, and Chelsea played a 3-1 win over Astana with their second team. Real Betis defeated Petrokop, while Dynamo Minsk won 2-0 against Lyon. Copenhagen defeated Arts by 2-0, while Noah lost to Apoel Nicosia by 3-1. Fiorentina defeated, that's the match of the week. Fiorentina defeated LSK by 7-0, while Helsinki and Molde played out a 2-2 draw. Istanbul Bakashia and Endinam played 3-1 in favor of Istanbul Bakashia, while Legia Warsaw lost to Lugano by 2-1. Olympia Ljubljana lost to Cercle Bruges by 4-1, while Ghent defeated Baka Topola by 3-0. Malda Boleslav played a 1-0 win over Bialystok, while Omonia Nicosia defeated Rapid Wien by 3-1. Pafos defeated Celje by 2-0, while Shamrock Rovers defeated Banja Luka by 3-0. St. Gallen lost 4-1 to Victoria Guimarães of Portugal, while TNS lost 2-0 to Panathinaikos of Turkey. Those are the matches that happened yesterday. And before we move to the matches that we have ahead of us, Chelsea, Mr. Ibrahim.
Yeah, I predicted them to win. We know they will win. They use their second team, but regardless, Chelsea are not matched for all these clubs in the Europa Conference League. They are more stronger than them. They spent 2 billion quid, by the way, so they are playing against teams that are not valued at even 200 million pounds. So a single player in Chelsea is worth more than some teams in that Europa League. So Chelsea, I expect them to win, and I expect them to win the trophy. The trophy belongs to them. They will have it this season.
Okay, and in other Premier League matches that will be coming up on Saturday, it will be Arsenal versus Everton at home at the Emirates, while Liverpool will welcome Fulham to the Anfield Stadium. Newcastle will slug it out with Leicester City, while Wolves will play against Ipswich at their stadium. Nottingham Forest will welcome Aston Villa in that match on Saturday. What do you think? Those fixtures. Just talk about it a little.
Yeah, Arsenal against FC Everton Football Club away from home. I know Everton have been giving Arsenal headache in their own home. It was last season that Arsenal broke that
jinx
chain, and they scored the only goal that give them the 3 points. So I am expecting Arsenal to do the same. Since last season they broke the jinx, maybe this season we will expect nothing less than 2 goals. Arsenal drew their game against Fulham, and I'm not expecting them to draw again. They are coming back to winning ways. They came back in the Champions League, and they will continue their winning streak.
Okay, Liverpool versus Fulham. Okay, you're expecting Arsenal to score 2 goals.
2 goals, yes.
Okay, Liverpool versus Fulham. What's your prediction?
Liverpool versus Fulham. Liverpool at home. Liverpool are very, very good at Anfield, and I don't think Fulham are good enough to contend them with the type of hostile atmosphere they will face. So I'm going for a 2-1 win for Liverpool.
Okay, Newcastle versus Leicester United.
Newcastle versus Leicester City. Newcastle will go away with that.
Okay, that's a bad news coming from Newcastle for Newcastle United fans. Newcastle United midfielder Joe Willock has suffered a fresh injury setback ahead of his side clash with Leicester City on Saturday. This will definitely come as a positive news for Ruud van Nistelrooy's side, with Willock being a key figure in a brief return to form for the Magpies in the last month. He has been injury prone since he left Arsenal.
Sure.
And I don't know what is going to happen to him. Well, but I believe Newcastle should be able to see this up. They've got myriads of players in that position. Tonali is there, Gomaraish is there. They have Longstaff and all those guys. So they should be able to see it off. So Ipswich versus Wolves. Wolves are playing home, and they have been both teams have been
relegation battle. They are both in the relegation zone. So I think Wolves, the players likes of Cunha and I think they are going to each ahead of Ipswich. So a 1-0 win
for Wolves.
Yeah.
Okay, for Wolves fans, there's a transfer news coming out. Chan remains on the list of several European clubs for 2025. After Wolves turned down a 25 million euro bid from Olympique Marseille in the summer to keep the player at the club, considered untouchable. Interest in Ligue Chan remains active as Wolves are in complicated situation this season under O'Neill. So they are expecting him, if possible, but he has been a plethora player. He has been there. He has been perfect. So we expect him to we expect Wolves to prepare for life after Ichan. So that is it for them. Aston Villa versus Nottingham Forest. That match. Aston Villa Nottingham Forest. Because Nottingham Forest, you cannot just say no to them.
Sure.
They are this,
and Aston Villa
playing
also.
at home.
And Aston Villa also.
Yeah, they are playing in the forest. They can get you lost in that forest.
Sure. So, but I'm going for a draw.
Okay.
I'm going for a draw.
You believe? Okay, let's hope so. In the Spanish La Liga tomorrow, it will be Espanyol versus Osasuna, while Real Mallorca will welcome Girona and Sevilla will welcome Celta Vigo in Seville. Real Madrid will slug it out with Rayo Vallecano tomorrow. Real Madrid has been very poor. They have been there.
I would like Real Madrid to drop point once again, but I don't think they are going to drop points against Rayo Vallecano. Real Madrid to win.
Okay, in the German Bundesliga tomorrow, it will be Augsburg that will welcome Bayer Leverkusen, while Borussia Mönchengladbach will welcome Kiel. Mainz 05 will play against Bayern Munich, while Union Berlin versus Bochum will also come in that tomorrow. Sempoli will welcome Werder Bremen, Bayern Leverkusen, Bayern Munich. Those two clubs, it's been a very tough one, But what do you expect? Mainz versus Bayern Munich with that emphatic victory of Bayern Munich in the Champions League. What do you
5 goals, like it's their league. Bayern Munich are going to smash Mainz 05. There is no two ways about that. They will smash them. Okay. It won't be there won't be even any contention. They will just smash them and go.
Okay, Augsburg versus Bayern Leverkusen. Bayern Leverkusen know how to struggle against these small teams and just slug it out and smuggle themselves out with just 1 goal, 2-1, maybe in the 90th, 95th minute. Do you see that happening against Augsburg again?
Wolfsburg.
Augsburg.
They win.
Okay, in this Italian Serie A tomorrow, it will be Cagliari versus Atalanta, while Udinese will host Napoli. Juventus will be at home against Venezia in their match tomorrow. These are 3 matches that will happen tomorrow, and these are the 3 biggest clubs currently in the Italian Serie A, apart from AC Milan and Inter Milan. So it will be Cagliari versus Atalanta. Our boy always,
Ademola.
boy. I wish you all the best tomorrow, and I expect him.
I'm hoping for him. I'm
Atlanta
hoping,
to actually
to see and let him have a goal and assist tomorrow.
Okay, Udinese versus Napoli. Napoli has been in plethora form this season. They have been special. They have been very good. Except last week they dropped points. So I'm expecting them to come back and come back better in this match. Okay, and Juventus versus Venezia. Juventus will come back with very big energy against Manchester City.
Yes. And they won, and they are unbeaten on the Serie A this season. Although they drew lots of games, but they are still unbeaten. So I don't expect them to drop a point against this club.
3 matches will happen in the French League on tomorrow. It will be Marseille that will play host to Lille, while Auxerre will welcome Lens. In the last match tomorrow in the Ligue 1, it will be Reims versus AS Monaco, who lost 3-0 to Arsenal in the Champions League at the weekend. In the Nigerian Professional Football League, it will be Lobby Stars versus Plateau United, while Shooting Stars will play against Kano Pillars. Nigerian League, you expect the home to actually come up with something, right? Always.
As usual.
Always. So those are the matches that will be coming up on Saturday. But before we go, let me tell you this: African Player of the Year finalists have been announced by CAF yesterday evening, and the last 5 standing remains Simon Adingra from Brighton, and he plays for Ivory Coast. Seo Guirassy, Borussia Dortmund, and Senegal. Guirassy was, it was perfect last season for
Borussia Dortmund.
No, he didn't play for Borussia Dortmund last season. He joined Borussia Dortmund this season. He played for Stuttgart, and he was one of the highest goal scorer in the Bundesliga last season. So it was so good. Adingra played a big part in Ivory Coast to winning that African Cup of Nations against Nigeria, and he ran rag against.
It was phenomenal. Even the assist, he was the one who gave that assist
that won the match. And Ashraf Hakimi of PSG and Morocco, that World Cup and things like that, he has been there.
He doesn't need much. But we know, everybody knows
he will be there. So
Ashraf Hakimi.
Ademola Lookman of Atlanta and Nigeria, our boy. That's the guy we are actually rooting for to win the African Footballer of the Year, because he was there, he did it in Europe
and did it in his country.
The first player to actually do that kind of to score a trick in any European final. That's the first player to do that. So Ademola Lookman, we are hoping this European trophy will actually help him win this. Then we have Rowan Williams, that South African goalkeeper. He was special in the African Cup of Nations. I think he saved about 4 penalties during that African Cup of Nations, and we expect him to actually come out and be a better. But I hope Ademola Lookman is able to see the competition and win this year's version of the African Best Player of the Year. In the Nigeria Professional Football League, it will be Academy Warriors of we were slugging it out with Abia Warriors, while Katsina United will play against Enugu Rangers. Niger Tornadoes will welcome Sunshine Stars, while Bayelsa United will play against Akwa United. Atlanta Eri will play against Bende Insurance of Benin, while Rivers United will play against Kwara United. And Ikorodu City will welcome Remo Stars in what seems to be neighborhood encounter between Ikorodu City and Remo Stars. In the Spanish La Liga, it will be Atletico Madrid versus Getafe, while Deportivo Alaves will play against Athletic Club. Real Sociedad will welcome Las Palmas, while Villarreal will play against Real Betis. In the last match of that day, it will be Barcelona versus Leganes, and we know Barcelona has been on form. They actually won their match in the midweek. Area high, it will be Leeds versus Monza, Bologna versus Fiorentina, Parma versus Hellas Verona. Como will welcome Roma, and AC Milan will slug it out against Genoa. In the League Ligue 1, French Ligue 1. It will be Montpellier versus Nice, Brest versus Nantes. It will be Le Havre versus Strasbourg, Reims versus Angers, and it will be a big match for PSG against Lyon in the match. And other news, what do you think this weekend? Manchester City versus Manchester United.
Manchester United are going to suffer, especially at the Etihad Stadium, and Man City are coming back to winning ways.
In that match, see them actually over defeating Manchester United.
100% they will defeat them.
The citizens will actually paint Manchester
the Red
blue.
Devils, yes. They'll paint the city blue this weekend.
Okay, with that opinion, we come to the end of today's edition of Sports Central. I remain your boy, Afolabi Idowu, and Ibrahim. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, have a very nice day and enjoy your weekend. Bye.